I'm Ambry. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer watcher, welcome. If you're a returning viewer watcher, it's been a long day and I need something positive to focus on, so I'm gonna do a story time today. And hope you enjoy it. So I'm just gonna get straight to the video because I've just tried to film it. That made it like the fourth time I've tried to film this video, and something always go wrong. Either I was too tired or it was too long. And in this case, it was too long, almost 30 minutes long, and that wasn't gonna last. So I had to scrap it, and I'm gonna redo it again this time. So let's get my GED series. So this will be the last test I take. And this will be the last video about the last test I take. And I'm gonna also just make it the graduation ceremony video too, where I talk about how that went and what that was like too. I took my last test September 4th, 2019, last year. Okay, and it was one of the best and saddest days of my life. Just because I had grown, I had been there at that point for a minute, and I had grown attached to those people, and I loved those people. They were like my second family. So to be leaving and not coming back every day was kind of going to be a new thing and something different for me to have to do. And I'm not very, I'm just when I grow attached to somebody, I'm not good with like not seeing them every day like I used to, you know what I mean? So it takes me a minute, and it took me a minute. I even cried the day of, but we'll talk about that's another story. So let's get into me taking the test. So like this was my last test. There are 4 tests, and also there was the language arts portion, science, social studies, and math. Math, I knew from the beginning that math would be the very last test I took. I already knew that was long discussed, long decided that would be the last test I took, so I wasn't even worried. Science would be the very first test I passed. It's not the first one I took, but the first one I passed. So if you watch those videos, you know that. So go watch those. And the last 2 videos I uploaded, and 2 before that I uploaded, and I got a whole bunch of other videos coming for you soon, so be ready. That would be the first test I passed, and then I took my last test, math. So I attempted to take this test once before, and I failed it miserably. And how that happened was my best friend, he still is my best friend. He was on about how he was gonna go take the test, and he could be out there in the next week and all of that. Well, first let me tell you why I decided to go ahead and take the test, knowing that I wasn't ready. So my best friend that I've known since high school, and I did tell a story about him and how I met my other best friend, which will be coming out soon, and it's a 2-part video, so get ready for that also. He was due to graduate. He's a teacher. He was due to graduate from college December the 14th. The GED graduation was until October 21st, and we was close to September. We was like dead upon September, the month before September, and October was fastly approaching. It was coming, So I had to hurry and I had to get up out of there. But my friend, he was coming up He about to graduate. And I told him, I said, you is not finna get out of here before I do. I swear to you, that's not gonna happen. That's dead. You can just let that dream go. You're not gonna get up out of there before I get up out of here. I swear to you, that's not going down. It's not going down like that. He said, okay. He said, that's a challenge. I said, it's a challenge. He said, okay, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. So it was on. So I was working, he was working, we was on it. And so, okay, so now about my other friend, my other best friend. So he was really set on hurting, trying to get up out of it. He had a lot of things on him, a lot of personal things on him. And that's his story too, not mine. And I just felt the pressure of wanting to leave, I wanted my freedom. I am true to my sign. I'm a Sagittarius. I am true to my sign. We crave to be free. There's nothing like that for us. I crave it all the time. I don't know what I think is going to happen, but I want my freedom. If anybody try to take it from me, I get very offensive about it. Like, I crave being free. I crave being able to roam. I'm like a cat. You know how cats don't want to be bothered. They very lonesome creatures. They don't like to follow rules. I'm like that. I'm a free spirited person. And he in Aquarius, and he is just like his sign. He's always on to the next. He's always running full speed ahead to what he's trying to do without slowing down, without thinking things through. And I'm quite the opposite. He optimistic, and I'm not. I am in certain things. Like, I'm always researching. I'm always planning. He's not doing it. Once he has an idea in his head, that's what he's going to do. That's what he's focused on. That's what's going to happen. Me, I'm doing research. I'm on Google typing in stuff. I'm talking to people. Like YouTube. YouTube was something I always wanted to do. I've been watching YouTube since I was in high school, y'all. This is my very first YouTube channel that I've been posting on. Like, look, you see how long that's taking me to do? That's almost 10 plus years that I've been watching, looking at YouTube and never filming a video and posting it. That's how long I had been looking at YouTube, watching it, finding people I like. You know what I mean? Like, that's just researching it. Now I could tell you anything you want to know about it, but you know, that's how long I've been into it. So much. But anyway, so he was dead set on getting up out of it, and I was too. But I didn't want to rush into anything. And you know, when I passed my last test, I felt like this weight on me, y'all. This huge weight on me to hurry up and get out, hurry up and finish, hurry up and be done. But everybody else around me was like, take your time, be patient, it'll happen when it happens, don't rush the process. I wasn't thinking like that. Me, little old me, was thinking, well, I'm ready to go now. Like, I've been here too long. I've been held down for too long. Let me flap my wings and get the heck out. That's how I was thinking. So me and him decided on the whim one day. We said, okay, let's go take a practice test, and if we pass it, we'll just go ahead and sign up for the test. Now me, if you watch my other videos, I had the rule. If I didn't make the passing score was 145. Okay. If I wasn't making higher than 145, at least a 150, I wasn't looking at no test. I'm sorry, I wasn't even thinking about no test if I wasn't making higher than that. Well, I made higher than that, and I passed, and we decided to go and take it. Y'all, I missed myself. I blanked the night before. I blanked, like, literally, my mind went, whoop, it wiped clean. I studied so hard, so long, that I ended up clearing out my memory. I overdid it. I know I did. And I have a rule about that, and I might do that in a separate video. I'm not going to get into that. But I have certain things that I do to prepare for a test if I know I'm about to take one. I do certain things for my benefit to prepare for that. And I did the most craziest thing, and I blinked, and I told my cousin, I said, I don't think I'm gonna pass. I don't think I'm ready. She said, well then why you signing up? I said, cause I felt like I needed to. I felt like I had to. And she was, if you don't feel like you're ready, then don't go take the test. I said, well, I've already done gave my word, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and whatever happens, happens. So I get up the next morning and I go in. Right away, there was already red flags popping up, letting me know that this was not about to end well. And one of the major red flags to me was that the computer that I passed my test at every time, they did not put me in. It was the second computer down at the front. I sat that test every time I had a test. I sat that computer every time I had a test. So for me not to be sitting at that computer was just like red flag number one to me. And then anytime I went to the test, it was always this. We had, like, before you enter the room, there was like a little office, like a little sign in entrance where you sign in, you do paperwork and stuff like that, and they lead you into the testing lab. And it was always a white man sitting. It was two people that was always. It was the white man and the black lady. Well, that morning, I loved the black lady, but that morning the white man was not there, and anytime the black lady, I just knew I was about to fail it. And I know that's wrong to say, but it was just something that, like, when he was there, I just knew I was going to pass it. I don't know why, I just had that feeling. And I kept having visions every night before I would go, if I was going to pass it, and I didn't have a vision. So I knew I wasn't going to pass it. Well, I went and I failed it, and so did my friend. And I was kind of upset. I was like maybe 10, maybe 6, 7 points away from passing it. And it was like it was really sad. I was upset. I wasn't crying upset because I kind of knew that I wasn't ready. But I was upset because it was something I really wanted, and I worked hard for it. I worked to get there, and I was ready to go. But I just felt that I just needed a little bit more time. And I think that's all that was for it. That's why I didn't pass. I still needed some time. Because right before I was due to take the test, I was thinking about, dang, if I pass, this could be my last week. My last couple days here, so I might want to enjoy it. I was already thinking like that. You know what I mean? I was always thinking about, dang, I was freezing up because that was going to be a big change, a big adjustment for me, not being there. Like I said, I had grown to love these people. He was like second family to me. So, you know, it was nothing for me to go in there and just say hey to everybody, hug everybody, love on everybody. You know, it was nothing. I loved everyone. And so for that not to be an option to do anymore was just kind of like mind-boggling for me. And like I said, we felt it and we was upset about it. And I was upset for like a little while, but then I got over it. I said, well, this must just mean that I wasn't ready yet. And my family, I think my mom she was more proud of me than upset. She wasn't even upset. She was very proud of me. She said for you to have come as far as you have in the time you have and achieve what you have in the time you have. She said you got to give yourself some props. She said, I know that you was ready, guys, but she said that's something to commend, yes. That is when you really focus on it, when you really put your mind. She said, look how long it took you to do that. She said, I know you upset about this, but she said a little while longer before it does happen. And that made the most sense in the world because I felt like that. Even somebody in my class told me that she said, if you still here, that just means you was meant to be here, so I wouldn't rush it. And I held on to that. Through all this time, I held on to that. So, 3-4 weeks passed by, and I was due to take another test. Like I said, my best friend was due to graduate in December, and the GED graduation was in October 21st to be exact. And I was not finna let him get out of the house from me. So I was due to take another practice test because like I said, we have blitz. We had what we call blitz, and I was in those classes. I was in that one class regularly. That was my only class at the point because I had passed everything else, so I didn't need to take anything else. And when I wasn't in class, I was in the computer lab working on the subject that I need to work on. So it was Blitz week and we was working on math and it was time to take a practice test. And so basically when you take the practice test, that's just like one step closer to taking the real test. So if you pass the practice test, then you go take the real test. And I told myself, I said, okay. I said, it's been 2 weeks since you failed the last one. 3 weeks, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to look. It's been 3 weeks since you failed it. Maybe it's time to look at taking it again. I said, okay, fine. If I go ahead and I pass this test, the very next time we do Blitz math and we take the practice test at the end of the week, at the end of 2 weeks, I'm going to go. If I pass, I'm going to go sign up and take the real test again. I said that. I said it in my mind. I put it in my mind and I wrote it down somewhere. I don't know why. I think I wrote it in my notes. I want to have math done by this day, and I want to be done before October get here, at least a month before October gets here, because the cutoff date for signing up for the graduation was slowly approaching. It was slowly approaching. I think you couldn't sign up no more after a certain week in October. I knew that for a fact. I had that date registered in my head because I wanted to walk. I was dead set on walking. So I go take the practice test and I do pretty well on it, and I sign up to take the real test. So I'm not gonna tell y'all my steps. I might make another video and give y'all my guide to taking the test, what I do to prepare and all that for the test. I might do that, so we'll see. So I wake up, so I sign up and I steady all the time. I think it was like the weekends. I had the weekend to steady, and I steadied. And the night before I did not steady. That's something I don't do. I don't steady the night before a test. I don't steady. But I watched videos on YouTube. I was online working. I did book work. Anything you think of, I was doing it. And I would set a designated time of the day to study. And y'all, the night before the test, I had a vision. I saw my test score, not my actual test score, but it was like a few points higher than my real test score. I saw like my test score. I saw my graduation party that my mom was going to throw for me. I saw all of that in that vision. That was my confirmation that I was going to pass it. That was my confirmation from God that I was going to pass it. That's how I knew. Oh, sis, you got this in the bag. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You got this in the bag. You're going to be walking in October. Don't even worry about it. That's basically what God was telling me. He said, you got it. Don't worry about it. I got you. So I get up early. I get ready. And I dress comfortable. Like something like this is what I would wear to, a test. If you don't know. So I go. And, like I said, I had like a routine when I'm testing. I take my bag, my book bag, because I won't need it to go test. I take it to the class and I leave it with my teacher. And I only take the items that I need, like my ID, which is really all I would need, and like a piece of paper that had like my scholarship on it if I had a scholarship. And this particular time I didn't have a scholarship, I had to pay because I had used it the time before that, and I failed it, so I couldn't use it again. So I go, and as soon as I enter the testing center, it's the white man sitting at the desk. I say, perfect. Even more confirmation that I'm about to pass. I enter the testing lab, and I sit at the first computer, the second computer at the top, the second one at the top. Third confirmation that I was about to pass it. It's all I needed, and it was a go. It was on. So I take the test, and the first part, like 5 questions, and they was hard. It was a hard 5 questions, but they was 5 questions. And I got them all, which I didn't do it the first time. And I finished the test, period, this time, which I didn't do the first time. I had like 5 questions left that I didn't finish. I should have finished it. And it counted heavily against me. So, I take it. And so, after we finished, when we finish, we raise our hand. They come in, they grab our stuff, and we walk out. They walk us out the classroom, out the lab, just to make sure we don't like say nothing to nobody, help nobody on the way out. No, it's just a rule. So He come in, he get me, he take me out. He gave me the regular spiel. Okay, so he like, is this your last test? I said, yeah. He said, all right, so you should get an email in about 10-15 minutes letting you know whether you passed or not. And the test was like an hour and 45 minutes long, if you don't know. And it was 45 questions at the second part, and the first part was 5 questions. So in all, it was about 50 questions. Plus the 2 bonus questions they give you right before the test. So that was like 52, I think. Anyway, so he said, so you should get a email in a couple minutes telling you to go to your GED account. Your test scores have been posted, and if you pass, it'll also tell you how long it'll take for your diploma to come in the mail. Blah 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 blah, and a letter from the state. Congratulations, just stuff like that. And I can show you that packet if you would like to see it. I got it in my drawer. I'll show it to y'all if y'all want to see it. So he tells me all that, and it should be in the mail from 2-3 weeks. I got mine in like a week and a half, I think. So I'm walking back to the classroom, and I'm nervous. I don't have my phone, so I can't check my scores and see what I made. And I'm freaking out. So I'm walking, and like I told y'all in last video, the walk from the testing lab to the classroom, it is ridiculous. It's long, but I get there. And so I walk in the class. My teacher look at me crazy, all buckeye, because she just as nervous as I am, because she know how hard I've been working. Like, what you don't know is like when you, like, the teachers work just as hard to get you to that point. I have to give my teachers credit, because they work hard to get me to that point. They work very extremely hard to get me to that point. And so I have to pay homage to them in any way I can, you know, by any means. I have to, because I love them. I think I went back later and I brought them gifts. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I brought them mugs with candy and I did something like that for them. I forget when I did it, but I did it. And I have to pay homage to them, because without those ladies, I don't think I would have ever made it through. I would have never made it through. So I love them so much. I think I'm going to tell them about my YouTube channel if they want to watch it, but they can't if they don't. So I walk back in the class. My teacher looked at me. She's like, did you get them back? I said, no, I ain't got them yet. And so she said, okay, well, you know, if you wait till after class, we'll look at them together. I said, all right. And I think I got my book bag from no, it was in like the regular classroom. So my book bag was already in, so I just looked at one of my book bags, and I got my phone out. And I was waiting on the school to come in, waiting. And they were about to go on break. So everybody went on break. And I decided I wasn't going on break. I knew my test scores was about to be up in any minute. So I just went on to the computer lab. And I sat down in the computer. And I breathed for a second. And so I logged into my GED account. And I was emailed that letting me know that my test scores had right. And it said, your GED test scores are ready. If you would like to review them, you can go ahead. Yeah, this part right here is something else. I click on like the little thing, the little link, and I go. And then where it takes you to, it takes you to all previous scores, like GED scores, practice test scores. It takes you to all of those. And so then I click on like the little link at the bottom of like the little box where all the scores are. I click on it, and it takes me to all scores ever. Well, your score will be, the new score will be at the top, at the very top, and you just have to read the date. And I advise you always read that date, because that plays a part in everything. Because I messed myself up one time thinking I passed and I didn't. 1:45. That's what it said. 1:45. I was in shock. I couldn't make a sign. I couldn't do anything. I just sit there. I looked at it. I said, I clicked off and clicked right back on. I said, I was so scared and nervous. So I jump about my seat and I run to like the next room over to go to my teacher. I said, I passed. They all start screaming, ah! They screaming, like they are screaming. They said, oh my God, we're so proud of you. We knew you would do. We just knew, we knew. I said, oh my God. I said, I can't believe. She said, you in shock? I said, yes. I said, my heart is beating so fast. Oh my God. And in that moment, the things that were going to work now, like all that was flooding through my head. All of that. Do I want to go back to school? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so they hugged me. We hugged with her. All my teachers hugged me. Then they let me go. I said, "Can I go call my mom?" They said, "Yeah, go ahead, go phone," because she hadn't got off work yet. What was she? Well, she was doing something. She couldn't answer the phone right away, and so I called my auntie. Y'all, my auntie on their phone was a trip. I said, "Auntie," she said, "Well," I just took my lesson, go home, pass." And she said, "What, you done?" I said, "Yeah." The blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. Girl, she out, y'all, she outside on the porch shouting that. It's like she is shouting the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. Outside on the porch, she said, "Girl, let me go back and hide these folks looking at her crazy." She said, "I'm so proud of you, Piggy." That's what she called them by the name. She said, "I'm so proud of you, Piggy. I knew you could do it." She said, "You spoke it, you said it, and you prophesied it, and it happened for you." She said, "I'm so proud of you." And so then my mama was clicking me. My mama called her at this point. I said, "Let me call you." I said, let me hang up on you. My mama on the other side. She said, "She don't know yet." I said, "I'm about to tell her right now." She said, okay. She said, "Tell her to call me when she found out." I said, "All right." And when she said, "Be thinking about what you want, cause we gonna have you something." I said, "Okay." So I hang up and I click on and go tell mom. I said, "Mom," she said, "What, boo?" I said, "Mom, I don't pass it." She said, "I forgot you taking test." She said, "You passed it." She said, "Stop playing." She said, "How you know?" I said, "I seen the score, sis. I know what I made." She said, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you, boo. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, boo." She said, "We gonna have you some. We gonna have my baby party. Yes, we is, cause you graduated, boo. You done." I said, "I know, Mom. I'm so happy." She said, "How you feel?" I said, I'm in shock." She said, "I know you," but she said, "Boo, you did it. I'm so proud of you." I said, "I know, Mama." And so I hang up on her. I said, "I gotta go back to class, Mama. Break over." She said, "All right." She said, "You gonna stay?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I might well. It's gonna be like my last day with them, so I might well just spend it with you." She said, "All right. Well, I see you when you get out." She said, "I'm so proud of you. I love you." And I hang up on her and I run back in the class. I text all throughout class, my phone just going off because people find out my best friend. She tells me, "It's about time, bitch. We done with that shit." I said, "Who are we?" She said, "You know what the hell I mean. We done. I took my best friend. I took my guy. I said, "Look, I'm walking before you." He said, "Lie." He said, "Why you laugh?" I said, "Nah, I just passed. I just found out I passed." He said, "Congratulations." You know all that. My other friend, he happy for me. He said, man, how you gonna get out there before I do? How you gonna get out there before I do?" I said, "You should have came to test then." He said, "I'm coming. I'm gonna get mine." My cousin congratulated my auntie, going crazy in the group message. My cousins, everybody just going crazy. Teacher don't ran, told somebody. I don't know. It was a trip. So I do have a party that weekend. My mama and my auntie throw me a party, and I think 2 of my friends come, and we all watch a movie with her, and it was a good time. I had fun. And October 21st, 2019 is the day I graduate, and it was one of the best days of my life. I will never forget it. One of the most happiest and best days of my life, and I will never forget that. And it was just like any other graduation ceremony. I walked down the aisle, all of that. I had my mom. I walked across the stage, and it was the best. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. I might incorporate a clip or 2 in here of my graduation. I'm not sure because, I might have to find or search for, I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like to see, what you like to hear, and I will do my very, very best to make it happen. And see you next one. Bye.